Eric, I'm going to go over this hoist system with you here. First thing is, it's got this 2x4 down here that the canoe sits on, and it's got the ropes in there. And the 2x4 is pretty good, is a good thing to have. You could do it just with rope, except that it would squeeze the canoe in, and over time that really will distort the canoe. So you don't want to do that. And so there's the S hook, and it goes up to a pulley system, which I'm going to give you, and an I hook. And then that rope goes all the way over to another pulley over on the wall, and then down to the hoist, which is mounted on the wall. And then it goes back up to that pulley, and then over to the second pulley and the drop down to the second cradle. Okay? Now, these I hooks are 7 feet apart, which is what I determined very scientifically through trial and error. And you know, the way these come down, now these ropes are different lengths, so you have to kind of get them together, and then they come down and they're going to wind onto the hoist, the crank. So I wanted to show you this before I just took the whole thing apart. And the way I've got this mounted, I just had the 2x4 of the garage, and then I nailed in these blocks here, and then this thing is just these bolts screw into the block that I nailed with 1,000,000 nails onto the stud. And then you can crank it up, and you define the lengths of the ropes such that when you crank it up, everything goes up at the same rate. And I showed your wife, but to take the canoe out, you have to drop this all the way down, probably to this level, and then lift it up. You get underneath it, and you use the shoulder brace or the shoulder tie in the canoe to lift it up, while somebody else just pulls these cradles off of one end of it, and then you can walk it out. So anyway, I hope that's enough to get you going and figure out what this hoist system does.